Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmic. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I will be doing a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Alrighty. So, we are going to do a past, present, future spread. I don't do these often, so I was guided to do it today for whatever reason. This is a timeless message. So whenever you're watching this, this is going to be 3 months in the past from where you are now, and then projected 3 months in the future. The future is not fixed. Reality can change at any given time. We have infinite possibilities. This is just the most likely outcome with the current energy that I'm picking up on now. Okay. Disclaimer. Alrighty. So, before we get into it, so I haven't flipped the cards. Well, I just flipped one, but I shuffled it beforehand because sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But I haven't looked at them. And then also before we really get into it, I just want to say thank you for your support on the channel. The likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and the donations all really help out. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're interested in a personal message, personal reading from me, the information is in the description box below for that. So feel free to check that out if you're feeling called to that. Okay, let's get into it. The past, we've got integration. So yeah, so I've been actually picking up whenever you're watching this, you could be going through a lot of spiritual upgrades, spiritual ascension symptoms, things like that. Um so yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. With this card, this is a very powerful card. This is where you are taking aspects of the self and you are bringing them into view, into focus. You are doing, oftentimes this happens when we're doing shadow work, when we're integrating the shadow, when we're looking at those core wounds and we're changing how we're showing up and we're processing through our triggers and we're healing things. This is massive work. So there was a major period of integration where you merged all these different versions of yourself and you're pulling them into one being. You're asking the question, who am I? Who am I beyond the roles that I fulfill, beyond who I show up as in certain situations? Who am I really? This is very, very introspective work. That's huge, 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 huge. Okay, so present. We've got reflection and intuition. Okay, so because of this integration, your intuition is coming online in a more powerful way right now. There's also there's also this element of really looking at who you truly are and then having a heart space activation. That's really what's coming through here. So this is really when you start living from the heart space. What is it that I want to experience? What brings me joy? What brings me happiness? Regardless of what other people think about that, what actually lights me up? What do I want to experience? What is my heart telling me to do? Where is my heart leading me? That's powerful. Powerful, powerful work. Okay, future creativity. So because of this, your creative abilities are going to, for some of you, I heard come back online. So if you've been having a creative block within the next 3 months, that block is going to dissipate. If you haven't had a big creative block, but maybe you haven't been creating as much or something like that, it's going to amplify. Um, so this is really about tapping into that divine essence within. When we are creating, we are literally tapping into the divine spark within us. The creator being, God, universe, the divine, whatever you term it as, is a creator being. And we are sparks of the creator having a human experience. So when we are creating, we are literally tapping into that same energy. That's why people will create something and then look at it later and be like, I can't believe I did that. It's because you're literally pulling through this very powerful energy. Um, so that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Okay. So we are going to get some more information here. Okay. So what else? Okay, have them there. Okay. What else does the collective need to know? Ultimately, you've been going through a major, major transformation, and you're about, if you haven't started to see the evidence of this, it's you're about to. This is major, major work. This is an inside out process. Okay. To go with the intuition card. Okay. Interesting. I was not expecting these two cards to come out. Okay. So we had envy come out on top of reflection. So what I'm getting for some of you, you have been tapping into the heart space and realizing something, and now you're longing for that thing or that person. It's just going to depend. This could be a childhood dream. This could be a person. This could be a romantic person. This could be a friend. This could be a different type of community. This could be a different career. This is very, very normal to experience when you're on the spiritual path. Normally at some point, most people who are walking this path will be like, yeah, I was in corporate America and now I'm making soaps and bringing it to a farmer's market. Like it's very, very common because it's shifting from what society expects me to do to what actually brings me joy. Um, so there's been a revelation that has happened. For some of you, it's been more recent. For some of you, it's been kind of like progressing into your awareness. And so now there's this longing for something that you feel like you want to experience, that you want to have in your life. And it does have something to do with your heart leading the way. Um, Intuition and anxiety. Sometimes this actually can happen. So when your intuition is flooding you with a lot of information, it can create anxiety if you're not sure how to process that information. So that's just a little side note. The other thing too, what I feel like is coming up really here in this now moment for you is there's something your intuition is telling you to do and it's giving you anxiety. And so this could be something like a major change, a major life change. Like that example of a career switch. This could be, realizing that you want a certain romantic partner and now you're being called to, I like express that desire to that person. Ultimately, it's pushing you into an uncomfortable position to embrace the unknown. And also it's letting you know that what you are desiring after doing all of this work, you're desiring that because it is for you. So there's a reason that that desire is so strong. There's a reason that it's in your heart space. There's a reason that it won't leave you alone, whatever this thing is. It's because this is in alignment for you. Okay. Yeah. Attachment. Okay. So there could still be things that you're releasing and letting go of that are kind of part of your old identity. I'm getting for some of you, especially with this integration card, you could have experienced a massive ego death. Um, and there might still be something that you're kind of holding on to, a fear that you're still holding on to. This could be a limiting belief, lack mentality. This could be fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of success. That's a fun one. A lot of people talk about the fear of failure, but not a whole lot of people talk about the fear of success, but that is a real thing. Um, it's a fear of shining too bright. And, irritating other people kind of more or less. Um, so there's still something going on here that you're being asked to look at, but I feel like you are seeing it with this reflection card. So this is a very introspective card as well. This is very self-aware. Um, and that's, part of the battle is to become aware of some of these aspects of the self so that we can change them and integrate them. And so it's like a little bit of fine tuning is what I just heard is happening right now. So there's like one more thing that you're being asked to really look at, really move through. That is, it's going to be so beautiful when you allow yourself to release whatever this attachment is. For some of you, tapping into your creativity now is going to help you fully release whatever this thing is. That's random for somebody. Um, Hostilities, damn. Mm, this is external. Okay. Mm. Give me just a second here. Okay, so I paused it for a minute to kind of tap in and see how deep we're going into this hostilities energy. So what I'm getting right now, whenever you're watching this, this might be something that you're going through because it's an energy thing. So we are getting hit with a lot of energies right now, a lot of different energies. And so ultimately there's this huge timeline jump that's happening. And those of us who have at some conscience level picked the higher vibration, things that are no longer in alignment are being forcefully removed if we're not releasing them and letting them go. So you could be experiencing that right now in life, like, just random, blow ups with lifelong friends or just stuff that's really weird. But lots of endings in different areas of life right now. And it's for a reason. It's because you're being pushed into alignment, more or less. And remember, at some point, at some level, you asked for this. This is something that you actually do desire. This is in alignment for you. It's just sometimes when we have this ego attachment to things and we don't want to let that thing go, the divine comes in and is like, hey, it's time to let this go. Ready or not, it's going. And so if we release it and allow the cycle to complete, it's a lot easier on us. If we try and hold on and not let it go when it's time for that thing to go, it makes it more painful for us. But ultimately, it's for alignment. It's for our highest good. Um, there's also been weird things happening. And it just depends on kind of your view on this, but it's like weird, energetic. I mean, I guess we could call them attacks because that's kind of what they are, but like people randomly acting very uncharacteristically in a not great way. Just like randomly, like maybe this is a neighbor. Maybe this is somebody that has never acted weird before, and all of a sudden they're like off their rocker, and you're just kind of like, what the fuck is happening? Um, this is just kind of a part of what's going on. The energies are really intense right now. There's a lot going on the planet. And so just do your best to come back to you and understand that it's all part of the divine process. This is all happening for you, not to you. Now, there is another message here where there is something that is in alignment for you at this now in this now moment. There is something that is in alignment for you that you're being asked to start making your way towards in some way. So this could be a person, this could be a career change, this could be a location change, something like that. So if it's a person, maybe you're being called to reach out and start a conversation with this person, and it's because they're part of your higher timeline. So you communicating with them is going to help, it's going to help both of you, is what I just heard, really fully shift and lock into this higher timeline. If it's a career, maybe there's some steps you're being asked to start taking to kind of like start your side hustle that you eventually want to be your full time and start making some progress on that. If it's a house move, maybe you're being asked to start going through things and boxing things up and start to get ready for it. There's like a prepared and like there's this energy of there's something that you can do that's going to assist your alignment right now. And I'm in with your intuition kind of going, a little crazy right now, which is a good thing. You know what that is. What? Okay. For some of you, it is a person with caring connections out here. This could be a romantic interest that has come up before. And then we do have an indecision. So you could still be in the indecision energy when it comes to this potential relationship, is what I'm getting. And that could be kind of this anxiety and this longing energy. Um, but if that's what your intuition's telling you to move towards, there's a reason for it. Okay, we've got Angel of Balance. Jeez. And Deceit. Oof. Okay, you're being asked to really balance something right now. For some of you, it's balancing a situation from the past. This could be like if this is counterpart energy, and I did see the yin yang card when I first grabbed this deck. So action on the bottom of the deck. Um, so this could be referring to the counterpart thread of energy that's been coming up. So that could absolutely be what this is about, is balancing out that situation. For others of you, this is just finding balance in life. Starting to notice where things are out of balance, what needs more of your attention and energy and less of your attention and energy. Really working with those energetic boundaries, those kinds of things right now. Definitely make sure you're amping up on the spiritual hygiene, protection, all of that good fun stuff. Um, it's intense right now, but remember, you came here for this. You're good. You got this. But, it does, like, from the human perspective, sometimes it's fucking rough. Sometimes ascension is brutal. So just hang in there. You got this. You've got a ton of I heard angelic support, spirit guides, ancestors, galactic beings, fae beings, whatever you work with, spirit animals, so on and so forth. You've got all the assistance around you in the spiritual realm that is required for you to navigate this right now. Just divine support in general. Okay, we've got the deceit card. What is that about? I heard self-doubt. So you could still be, maybe that's the attachment that you are working on releasing right now, is self-doubt when it comes to the situation. You got a lot going on right now. Holy moly. Um, you got this though. Hang in there. You got this. It's all for a reason. It's all going to make sense. And for some of you, it's really taking that action that was coming up earlier, that divinely inspired action towards whatever it is. So again, for some of you, it's going to be a person, place, thing, career, job move, limiting belief. Take it as it resonates. But we do have the third eye chakra in another deck, basically, the intuition card. So you are definitely getting extra insight. If if there's been like a little bit of a block, taking action on whatever this is going to actually help you up level your intuition. If you are on a counterpart journey and you're a masculine, I posted a video yesterday. It's a very specific video, but it's for masculine on an actual twin flame journey. So if you're resonating with that, maybe check that video out. It'll be linked at the end of this one. It was pretty profound. So that's a very specific message, but for whatever reason, I'm being guided to speak about it now. So okay. Temple path. Yeah, this definitely has to do with your ascension, with your spiritual awakening journey, with your, path back to the self, path back to remembering who exactly it is that you are walking around in this meat suit. Um, that's a powerful journey. It's a hard one, but it's powerful. And you chose it for a reason. Remember that. You chose to do this. So everything that's happening right now is to shift you into full alignment. You do have the door to romance here. So if you are seeking romance, it is here for you. It's in your energy. And with the fourth chakra here, yeah, this is the heart space. So you're definitely going through this up leveling in the heart space. Goddess of the Moon, that's another intuition card. So your intuition has been lighting up about this situation. Um, it's been absolutely lighting up about this. Contract. Okay, for some of you, this has to do with like soul contracts and things like that. For others of you, there could be something in the way. Um, okay, there could be something in the way of taking these next steps. So maybe, this could be a business plan in seeking out investors. This could be it's legal paperwork, that kind of stuff. It could be a marriage, whatever it is. For some of you, there could be something in the way of this, or for others of you, this could be something that you're actually desiring is to, I just heard, lock this in or make this official. So there's definitely a shift in what you are desiring and then also what you're aligning with right now. For some of you, you have a soul contract to walk this temple path with a specific person. And it's not saying you have to do that. It's just saying that your souls are like, hey, this would be a really good match. That kind of thing. So this could be a romantic person, of course, because we do have some romantic cards out here, but this could also be a platonic situation as well. It's just going to vary. That your intuition is trying to tell you about this. But remember, intuition isn't as loud as the mind gets. Garden in the gate, and I was actually guided to put it on this past energy. So something that you could have been experiencing in the past, this is really kind of coming up counterpart energy, but this could also be like a career or something like that. There was something a few months ago where you were viewing something as unreachable. You were viewing something as out, I heard, just out of my reach. And now what you're starting to realize is this thing is not that far out of your reach. All you have to do is reach for it and it will be there. Ooh, profound. Holy moly. All right, let's get a future card. What's going on 3 months in the future? Man holding a heart. Okie dokie. So, romance is in your future. Healer of the ages. And you're going to be tapping into your healing abilities. Um, Interesting. Some of you might be getting into a connection, especially if this is a counterpart. You could be getting into a connection where both of you really help each other unlock extra abilities that maybe you didn't realize you had. It's pretty profound. Pretty profound. What else? Patience. Interesting. That in the future. That's in the present. That's divine timing. Okay, what I'm hearing is divine timing is now for whatever this is. Whatever action you're being inspired to take, now is the time. Now is the time to get started on that, whatever it is. So if it's reaching out to somebody, it's time. If it's starting your passion project, it's time. If it's starting to box things up because you're getting intuitively nudged that you're going to be moving, it's time to start doing that. Divine timing is now. It is aligned. You are shifting into this higher version of your reality. And so start acting like it. Start taking those steps now that align with where you know you're headed in the next few months. So it's time for this. A lot of us just went through a real weird time warp thing. It was like part of us was on one timeline, part of us was on the other timeline, and they just caught up. And so if you've all of a sudden been feeling a little different, maybe your energy shifted a little bit, something like that, that's kind of what happened. It's really weird, but it did just happen for a lot of us. Um, so if you've been really struggling with, your energy and feeling drained and feeling worn out and feeling depleted and all of that, if you're not feeling the shift yet, you will very, very soon, like within the next few days, is what I just heard. You will start to feel your energy return naturally. So if you've been really struggling the past few months, just know there was a real weird energetic thing that happened and now it caught up and now we're good. So some of us are like, what the hell just happened to 2 months or 3 months? And that's what happened. It's a weird thing. Just the ascension and energies and everything else. It's getting fun, boy. Woo-hoo-wee. Oh, yeah. It's not fun when you're going through it, though. I mean, it can be, but it, ugh. Anyways, okay, the world did want to come out. All right. So I saw this on the bottom of the deck a couple times, but I didn't know how it kind of went into this. So for some of you, there's different messages coming through with this card. For some of you, the person that you're interested in is visible online some way. Obviously, social media, things like that. But what this card is talking about is like being global in a way. So maybe the person that you're interested in is doing something with their gifts or abilities or something like that, and they're speaking about it, they're online, something like that. For others of you, what this is talking about, their soul mission that's coming through. So maybe for some of you, what you're being called to start on is stepping out into the public eye in some way and being visible and sharing your creative projects and things like that. For some of you, this is going to be working with another person in the public eye, is what I just heard. And it's really going to help expand your creativity. Yeah, this is really about being seen and noticed and recognized and sharing your truth with the world in some way. Um, Beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Yeah, definitely make sure you're resting and rejuvenating. At this time, amp up on that self-care. That really came through as well. If you are desiring a reunion, a union, or a happy family energy, if that is something you're focused on in this moment or in the current energy, that is something that is coming through as a potential for you as well. So just, keep that in mind. It is available for you. So just stay open and allow it to be a part of your reality. And it will be. Be mindful. Some of you are going to have to take action on it, though. Third chakra. Okay, you could be going through solar plexus upgrades or activations right now, or clearing and purging. So the solar plexus sits at the belly button. The color's yellow. It has to do with willpower, confidence. Um, yeah. He's like on a roll, and then it just stopped. Willpower, confidence, yeah, that kind of thing. Worthiness wounds can sit in the solar plexus. It's also blocked by shame. So I feel like there's been a definite clearing. And there was something worthiness wise that came up earlier as well. A fear of rejection, I guess technically could be part of a worthiness wound. Um, if we want to get technical. So maybe that's something you're really working through right now. And it doesn't have to be like fear of rejection in just a romantic sense. This could be fear of rejection by peers when you're speaking your truth. There's a lot of haters online. There's a lot of trolls. There's a lot of people that have a whole lot to say behind a keyboard. So, it is something, when you start speaking your truth, that's going to be a part of it. But what's coming through here is there's been this worthiness shift within you. Maybe you've been really starting to tap into the essence of you. Ooh, okay. And really realizing that you are worthy because of your soul, because of your energy, because you are the only one that can show up in the way that you do. You are the only one that can express your truth in the way that you can. You are the only one that is going to resonate with certain people in a certain way. And again, if this is a romantic connection, that's the exact same thing that we're talking about, just in a romantic sense. You're the only person that can show up and be you for this person. And I feel like this is really a counterpart kind of thread of energy coming through. So if you are dealing with a counterpart journey, just remember the way that you feel about your person is the way they feel about you. It is a mirror, it is reflected. And, sometimes it's hard to, really understand that. And then it's this whole thing of like, well, if they knew everything, Trust me, your person probably knows a whole lot more than you think they do, and it's not a deal breaker. So just keep that in mind. There's so much more than your past. You know, it's who you're showing up as now. It's the fact that you're on this journey. It's the fact that you want to be the best version of yourself. That's what matters. So just keep that in mind. Okay. On that whole little fucking tangent. Anyhow, let's see. Anything else wants to come out? Appreciation in the future position. Okay, and it's kind of bridging, so that's interesting. So, whatever you are experiencing appreciation for in your current reality, this could definitely be the case if it is the counterpart energy and it's a person. That this doesn't have to be just limited to that. Whatever you're experiencing appreciation for now is just going to expand and be bigger in within the next 3 months. So it's something where it's just going to expand. So whatever you are grateful for right now, it's going to expand. So just keep that in mind. And then I'm hearing that within the next 3 months, you're going to have so much more to be grateful for. You're going to have so much more in your physical experience to have gratitude for. So remember to keep up the attitude of gratitude now because it's just going to compound in the future. Hey, hey. Okay. Anything else? Nope. Well, alrighty. Okay. All right. Give me just a minute. Okay. So what I'm hearing is if you take action now on whatever this is, then this 3 month projection is pretty on point. If you don't take action now on whatever this is, then the next 3 month projection could change. And that's not saying like right now in this exact now moment. It's just if you don't take action in this current energy, then this future potential isn't going to quite line up. Maybe it's going to be, a little bit further in the future. Maybe something's going to change a little bit. Again, the future's not fixed. So on and so forth. So just keep that in mind. That's not a fear thing. It's just understanding how the energies work. What's meant for you will always be for you, more or less. Chocolate. Overthinking. Okay, I've got overthinking and distracting. And we've got another rest card out here. You could be really burned out. You could be having issues resting right now. Part of it could be because you're still trying to do something by the book that you're being asked to look at and release. Um, and the by the book card is really talking about like societal expectations, external expectations, doing something because somebody else told you that's what you need to do or that's what's expected of you. Of course there's certain things that we do that we don't really like doing that we have to do, like filing taxes and stuff. But this is more like what's an example, Spirit? Um, I don't know. Weird. There's like 50 examples, but like picking one is really a struggle right now. Weird. There's so many examples of doing things by the book from societal expectations. Um, yeah, this could be like the way you dress, like, well, this is what's in style, so I have to wear this thing, but really you want to wear something different because you like the way it looks and it feels good on your body. It's that kind of stuff. Like the things, because there's stuff that we have to do and then you kind of transition out of it into doing what's more in alignment. So it's not like just quit your job now with no backup plan and bills to pay and so on and so forth, unless, you're being guided to jump and leap like that. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is guiding you always, always, always. Um, but it's just, it's that kind of thing, right? So it's something that you're still trying to do by the book, and I'm getting this attachment card, so there's still a little bit of an ego attachment. Um, For some of you, it's still releasing some sort of program that you had around something. And a really interesting example just came up. So, like, I couldn't get any random examples, but this one just came through. So, let's say that this romantic thread of energy is for you and you are desiring a specific person. This is definitely going to go in line with like a counterpart energy. But it's like you really want this person, but there's something about this person that's maybe different than what you were told that you needed to be with. This could be race, religion, spiritual differences. This could be maybe their career. Maybe they're just a little unconventional, something like that. And so you're still kind of like worried about how it's going to go with everybody else around you if you do go towards this person. It could be something like that. This could be same thing, with career. Like if you've got a really good career, kind of that corporate America to selling bars of soap, there is an ego part of that that's like, well, I have this title and I do this thing and what I do is important. But really what I really desire doing is making soap out of my kitchen and setting them up at farmers markets on the weekends, and that's what would bring me actual joy and passion. So it's something like that that I feel like you're still kind of struggling with right now. And just know, the more you tap into yourself and really ask what it is that makes you happy, and the external world will catch up, so it's one of those when you start really moving differently and unconventionally in a way, people at first are going to kind of be like, what the fuck are you doing? But the more you do it and the more people see that it's working for you, the more they chill out and they're just like, oh, okay. And this is like family, lifelong friends, so on and so forth. They'll kind of come around or they won't, but regardless, you're going to be waking up every day in your life that you're happy to live. And that's what this boils down to. Okay, overthinking and distracting with mundane tasks is what's coming through. For some of you, you are being guided to actually do some more of the mundane stuff. So if you've been putting some stuff off, especially if you haven't had the energy to tackle whatever it is that you've needed to tackle, allow the energy to come back and then just, do that thing when you have the energy to and you're guided to do it. For others of you, you're distracting yourself from taking this leap, is what I heard, by overthinking and doing things that look productive, but it's actually an avoidance tactic. The ego comes up and does that really, really sneakily and really well. So it's just something to be mindful of, pay attention to it, and, really ask, like, am I doing this as a method of distracting myself from doing what I'm actually being asked to do? Or am I doing this because this is something that needs to get done now? um and get honest with yourself. Allow your intuition to get real, real honest. For some of you, you're not taking action towards whatever this is because you feel like it's a temptation, you feel like it's a trick of some sort, and it's not. It's in alignment with you. That could be kind of that too good to be true energy coming through, and it's time for you to understand that you are worthy of what you desire. You are worthy of the life that you are desiring. You are worthy of the person you are desiring, the career you are desiring, the lifestyle you are desiring. You are worthy of all of that. You wouldn't be guided to it and pulled towards it if it wasn't meant for you. Keep that in mind. Okay, it's coming through intense on this one today. Holy shit. What else? What else? Spit out. Is that it? Was that the message? Might have been it. Nope. Okay, you are perfectly poised for this. It's not a temptation. It's not too good to be true. It's not fool's gold. It's real gold, and it is meant for you. You are perfectly positioned for this. You're perfectly poised. You are in the perfect energy to go for whatever this thing is that you are being guided to go towards. So allow yourself to go for it, because let's get a little bit of future projection out here. Okay. 3 months in the future. If they take action on whatever this is, what's coming? Unfinished symphony. Weird card. Um, what I'm getting for some of you is it's finishing something that you started. So again, this could be a career, this could be a move, this could be a relationship. Take it as it resonates. Um, you're also going to find appreciation in the unfinished symphony as well, because you're going to see the divine design within that. Ooh, beautiful. But it is an element of finishing what you started. And you're going to be able to tap into the flow state a lot easier, pull through that creativity, pull in more of that divine guidance. Round and round. Is this ending cycles? Yeah, I feel like this is really ending a lot of these cycles that have been keeping you stuck. What else is in the future? 3 months in the future, if they take action on whatever this thing is. Ooh, for some of you, it's going to be three, because we're looking at 3 months in the future. So, with that, what this could be is like fully, finally finishing some cycles that maybe have been really difficult for you to close out. It's going to be like finally able to release whatever has been kind of holding you back and then shift into this higher version of reality, basically. Um, it's beautiful, beautiful work. Beautiful energy and a change in the wind. So there's definitely big changes that are coming for you. And they're wanted changes. They really are. For some of you, it does have to do with contracts in a positive way. Maybe it's signing that business contract. Maybe it's, signing a marriage certificate for some of you. I don't know, take it as it resonates. Yeah, let's see it. No place like home is on the bottom of the deck. For some of you, within the next 3 months, you're going to finally feel like you're home again. So take that as it resonates. Maybe it's a literal home. Maybe you've been having difficulties in the environment that you've been in. Um, for some of you, maybe it's being home with another person or a community or being at home in a career. Confirmations. Maybe it is a career for some of you. It's just alignment. And when we're in alignment, we'll feel that sense of home, and then we'll find that sense of home in other people, in other situations, so on and so forth, because we're just naturally in that energy. So this is really massive. This is really, really big work. You're almost there. So keep going. I know you've got a lot of stuff going on right now, but whatever action that you're being asked to take to shift fully into alignment is going to be so worth it. It really, really is. Um, so definitely listen to your intuition right now and follow that guidance and know that it is time now for you to take this action, and you are perfectly positioned for this action. You really, really are. So just keep that in mind. You got this. Again, remember, you came here for this. You came here to be a human at this time, to go through this process, to shift this way for a reason. So remember, it's all happening for you, not to you. Alrighty dokie. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. I hope this helps. I hope this resonates. Wishing you all the best. Sending you my love. This is awesome, awesome, awesome. You got this. Feel free to let me know in the comments below if this resonates. I would love to talk to you about it. You can also just claim this energy, like I am ready to take divinely inspired action. Something like that, to confirm it and claim it and allow yourself to take that action when you get that nudge to do so. It's going to be worth it. It really, really is. Alrighty. So yeah, feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel. So thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, you can hit subscribe. It is free. I will see you on the next message. Bye.